so much higher on Chet than you are.
Yes,
that's true.
So I got Wemby and Chet.
Oddly, yes.
Yeah, fair is fair.
It was a hostile takeover, like on the stock market. I don't know how that happens, but all of a sudden I was sitting there in the stockbroker meeting, and then you came in and you're like, I bought 51% of these shares. And I'm like,
I expected more pushback.
But it's just true.
You don't expect much from Chet.
Wow.
No.
Yeah, you're right.
By the way,
champion at 23.
Here's the bright side.
Sky's the limit.
Now
Nick doesn't really.
Now you
in
get
that
to be
house,
right
Chet
about
either.
it.
No.
See, all right, y'all.
You just don't like skinny people.
No.
What's
I
not
have nothing.
to,
I have
what
no
is
problem
not
with
to
skinny
like?
people. I have skepticism about incredibly skinny professional athletes.
So
You
is
don't
your
like if you
is
saw
your
a skinny guy
question
in
more?
Delhi, I don't think you're like.
Your issue is more him staying healthy.
Him staying healthy and
just-
him being able to be abused. Yeah.
He's been playing great.
I
Nobody
understand. I
abused
get
him
it.
this year, right?
I get it.
We'll see what.
If he stays healthy,
I get it. I don't love the
yes.
fact
I can't
that
wait.
he's barely old enough to drink and he's already broken a hip.
We're Yankees,
Well, he's always
Angels.
got a
First two
championship
at bats
ring,
for
too.
Aaron Judge. First inning, intentional walk. Second inning, intentional
I know
walk.
what this is about.
Next time up, a little throwback. This reminds me of Shaquille O'Neal and Greg Popovich. Like, hey, great job on those intentional walks. Rod Washington's like, hey, I like that.
I like Rod.
Great. Over 2 on the day. He's batting .391 on the year. Yankees win 1-0. So it was a good strategy.
I thought that was a thing about Shohei. Like they should start from you because you seem to want them to walk Shohei.
Oh, I thought you meant because Ohtani does this to the
No,
man.
I thought you meant since they're walking Judge, they should do the same thing.
I don't want Ohtani walk. I'm saying don't groove fastballs.
Does it look like he doesn't want Ohtani walk? Weird and wonderful.
Weird. Check in on the Patriots OTAs. This is Jalen Polk and Javon Baker. Let's see. Okay, that's just a random moment.
That's the Patriots?
Yeah, this is Patriots. Here we go. Let's just keep. Okay.
Whoa.
Not great. In better news,
How did Diggs do?
I haven't seen any videos
Really?
of Stephon Diggs. at all.
I saw some videos. He wasn't dropping anything. Handing things off.
Wildcat.
That's bad, Wiles.
How
That's
about
bad.
this one?
What is that?
That's a stunning pass.
Was that a punt?
Exactly.
That's a
right.
stunning pass.
Yeah,
That's what we
it
call
did look
the
like
hero
a
first
punt,
things
wasn't
first.
it? That came from Drake May's arm.
That's not a great pass.
No, it was 100 yards in
Watch
the air.
this. Watch what the receiver has to do, Wiles. Well, that one's okay.
Yeah,
that
let
was
me
a
see
good one.
this
Watch
next-
It's
this
the
one.
same one.
No, watch
Just
this.
different angles.
He had to slow up. It's behind him.
'Cause he's
Come
so
on.
fast.
That's not a great pass.
He's so fast. When there's a defensive player, you got a hand fight.
We had, Brew, can I tell you something? We had real data on Steelers OTAs. A data that the face of this network and
Browns
longest standing member, Colin Cowherd, used that same data and, I'm sorry, Browns, what did I say? The Browns OTAs. And declared the quarterback competition over.
Shador?
Said Shador's got it. KW's like, I'm not interested in any of it. We have cell phone footage of a couple things from the Patriots, and you're all in.
But I'm not like, hey, 73 yards.
No,
This
what
looks
do you
like
mean?
This is what
after
OTAs
practice.
is. You're like,
Sound
wow, a
effects.
touchdown from
Just
Drake
for the
May.
heck of it. Let's see how far I can throw it. That's what this looks like.
Yeah, maybe it was. That's why I didn't want to use the Browns footage, but you guys are
You
seeing
didn't
it.
want to use Shador Sanders throwing touchdowns on like 45% of his passes.
There's a
completions?
reason. Can I tell you a little behind the scenes for the
I knew
audience?
this would make him mad.
When we put up a graphic and it says, like, if we just pull from Twitter, that means we're giving ourselves a little distance. It's true.
Yeah.
Versus when you see a graphic from Josh. When it's a Josh graphic, we stand
We're
behind
all
it. When we're like, hey, here's what ESPN Cleveland put up. A little bit like that.
We're just letting you know
We're
it's
letting
out
you know
there.
it's out there. We're not saying it. ESPN Cleveland did.
That is
Okay,
true.
okay, I get it.
All right,
We have more Red Sox
You
footage.
know what my takeaway is? We got to send Josh to Cleveland to chart these passes.
Red Sox lost. Christian Campbell had an error. The Red Sox are 464 and 464 since they won the World Series. You know, if I was a Steelers fan, I'd be like, perfect.
At least Rafael Devers super famous.
He is. Why don't you do this? Why don't you do this in your past life? Sitting there playing with Legos. Why don't you do a baseball club superstar? Here comes SGA with a slam dunk. We're still doing it.
We're still doing Weird and Wonderful. We have a topic to get to.
We're done.
What we're doing next, I wanted to do in the second segment of the show.
Doesn't even make sense. Now it's time for the segment that we thought was so important. We put it on at 4:50.
I wanted
Eric Edholm writing about the most complete teams for the 2025 season on NFL.com.
Fire about
the list has the Eagles at 1 since they won the Super Bowl.
That's fine.
Then it's the Ravens, Lions, Chiefs at 4. Bills, Vikings, Bucks, Packers, 49ers, who might not even make the playoffs. And then the Broncos. Any issue with Baltimore being at number 2?
I think maybe Brew will even agree with me, even though he's wearing his Ravens tie, probably his Ravens Jordans, and is a Ravens guy. This is outrageous. They have an awesome quarterback.
Yeah.
And, albeit old, awesome running back. Mm-hmm. I don't know that they're awesome or even very good anywhere else. Their kicker's gone. Their wide receiver room is in flux for the 10th straight year. They last year had, despite Ravens culture, the number 31 pass defense in the league. What about Baltimore screams complete? They scream led by 2 super duper stars at quarterback and running back. Not like this super well-rounded, complete, hard to find the whole team. That's why I'd be better off with a list that said they're the second most likely to win the Super Bowl. Because this is the year Lamar breaks through, then they're the second most complete team in the league. That's crazy.
Well, look, I think the offensive line will be good. All right, it was top 10 last year. The defense was really good over the second half. So the assumption is that they're going to improve. The receiving core, obviously. Like, I was thinking you were going to compare them to the Chiefs. The answer for second might be Detroit. Just,
I do think the Chiefs are more complete than them.
The Chiefs, I would say, look, obviously, Mahomes, you got the quarterback.
Yes.
But running back, you got, obviously, Baltimore. I would say the receiving core I would call it a wash.
How?
Because Xavier Worthy, look, I'm projecting him having a great year. He hasn't shown greatness, really. Like, has he shown that he's better than Zay Flowers?
No, but Rashee Rice has.
Yeah, but Rice was out basically all of last year. Like, and then there's question, how is he going to play the whole season this year?
Yes.
Like,
I mean, Rice is supposed to be back full strength by, he's already
with the issues.
Well, you know what? I guess I don't know.
See, so that's what I'm saying. Like, so with Rashee, I think that's a question mark. Hollywood, yeah, okay, fine. I just think I could call the receivers
if
maybe
you think
a wash.
The receivers are a wash, then we're just gonna.
That's what I'm saying. Now, special teams you definitely give to the Chiefs, which could tip the scale for them. But I think it's pretty close with the Chiefs.
So I don't look at Baltimore doesn't strike. I don't describe them as complete. I describe them as star-driven, and you know what I mean. And that's not.
Do you see a weakness?
Yeah,
last year, the kicking game became a weakness.
I think that their receiving core is a massive weakness. And I think the fact that they were there. Yeah, I think it's of all the
offense.
But see, I don't think they want a phenomenal receiver because that could lead them to passing more than they not utilizing. They got great tight ends. I mean, Andrews obviously the drop.
Yeah.
But they got 2 good tight ends. The receiving core is good. Like, Flowers is good. Bateman, if he can stay healthy, is good.
So we've been saying that for 4 years.
I know. That's his problem.
Yeah, I mean, I think of all the contenders, they have one of the weakest.
You know what people are yelling at me about the gentleman's sweep?
What?
People are saying it's not a gentleman's sweep.
Why? Because they won by so many?
No, that you have to win 3 and then drop the 4th game. I disagreed.
Wait, what?
That a gentleman's.
Has anyone seen my other flip-flop?